send my kids to RCS because it is a unique environment where we partner with the home and with the church to raise these kids up to have an understanding of who Jesus is and what their purpose is in the world.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 78th Annual Rotary Carol Festival. My name is Jill Morgan, and it is my privilege to be here with you this evening as we come together to celebrate the holiday season and listen to some wonderful music from the choirs in Regina that enrich our community every day. Our thanks to the Rotary Clubs of Regina for bringing this production together so that we can enjoy this wonderful evening together. Now, I know it's been an interesting day. We had some power issues. Our thanks to SAS Power for working diligently throughout the day to get the power back on here at the Knox Metropolitan Church in downtown Regina. Our many thanks to them, and thanks to you for all coming here despite the unusual circumstances of this day in Regina. And just in case there happens to be a power bump and it gets a little dark in here, we do ask that everyone remains calm, and we have some ushers who are along the aisles of the church and will help us move in a safe and calm manner to the exits should there be a power bump over the course of the next couple of hours of the Rotary Carol Festival. Again, thank you so much to everyone for being here. This is an outstanding tradition. 78 years, it's hard to believe that this has been happening for so many years. It's such a wonderful opportunity to bring our community together and also to support the less fortunate in our community. This evening, our charity partners are the Access Communications Children's Fund, the Salvation Army, and Regina Rotary Club Community Fund. Through some video vignettes, we're going to learn a little bit more about the good work that they're doing for the less fortunate in the Regina community this year. And also, it's a good way for you to understand how your donations can help this evening as you enjoy the Christmas music and the wonderful choirs that will join us shortly. If you would like to make a donation, it would be most appreciated. Donations can be made for those of you who are here in the church this evening by using the donation envelopes. Those are available from the ushers and during the collections, or you can also put money in the donation boxes. We also are accepting donations through the Charity line. You can call that at 306-347-3320. And for anyone who is online watching on Access 7 or on the live stream, you can go to reginarotary.org and click the Donate Now button to make a donation. And there also is a mail option for those of you in the church who have a program, and you can read more about that there. Our heartfelt thanks to all the choirs who are here this evening as well. We have a wonderful organist with us. Will Ireton will be on the keyboard this evening doing a marvelous job for us, and our bell ringers here at the Knox Metropolitan Church, another wonderful addition, Carol Benesh and Audrey Broda. So our thanks to them, as well as the many Rotarians who have given so much time, hundreds and hundreds of volunteer hours that make this possible for us to enjoy this evening. And I do want to take a moment to also acknowledge our continuous support from Access Communications. They broadcast the Carol Festival live on Access Channel 7, as well as I mentioned, their live streaming. And the broadcast sponsor that we have this year is the Regina Christian School, so a big thanks to them as well. I would now like to invite the Venerable Reverend Cheryl Toth to bring our invocation, and I do ask that everyone stand as we listen to the invocation. Thank you.
I'm short, but I'm not that short. As we begin this evening, let us take a moment in prayer. Holy and gracious God, we give you thanks. We give you thanks for all who gather in this place this night, and we come before you with gratitude for all who generously give their time and talent to bring song and fill this place with music tonight. We give you thanks as well as we acknowledge with gratitude the keepers of this land, the indigenous peoples of this province who have long warmed the dark December nights with their song. And we ask your blessing as well upon our Jewish brothers and sisters who celebrate tonight, this week, the festival of Hanukkah, the festival of lights. People of faith come in the darkest nights seeking a source of light and hope and peace. And so we come before you, asking that the songs and story of this night will guide us to your light, that we may all walk in the ways of justice and peace. In the name of Jesus Christ, amen.
Seated. Amidst the wonderful Christmas traditions we enjoy here at the Rotary Carol Festival is the telling of the Christmas story by one of our fellow Rotarians. And so I would now like to invite Deb Jordan to the podium to share with us the Christmas story.
Thank you, Jill. The Gospel according to Luke chapter 2, verses 1 to 14. And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And this taxing was first made when Cyrenius was governor of Syria. And all went to be taxed, everyone to his own city. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth, into Judea, unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and the line of David, to be taxed with Mary, his espoused wife, being great with child. And so it was that while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room in the inn. And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone about them, and they were so afraid. And the angel said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign unto you. You shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host, praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men.
Thank you, Deb. I want to once again thank the Knox Metropolitan Church for having us and hosting us. This festival has been held in this church for 78 years. Each and every year, this is where it has been. It's such a long-lasting and wonderful tradition of support. Also, thanks to the Rotary Clubs of Regina for the work that they do in bringing all of the choirs and groups together to sing and perform. And thank you to the choirs who come and make this evening so special. It is truly a joy to listen to all of them. Our festival is not a competition. It's really just a wonderful way for all of us to get together and enjoy your talents. It's so much fun, and we can't wait to hear all of the songs tonight, all of our Christmas favorites. So let's get started. It is now my pleasure to begin tonight's Carol Festival with our very first choir, the Deshay Elementary School Choir. They're going to be singing Adore Him, Go Where I Send You. And our thanks to conductor Heather Pontius and accompanist Chris Hamilton on piano, Deacon Joe Lane on guitar, Richard Dittrich on bass, and Carrie Woodrow on guitar.
Journey It was actually a vision of Ray Ruth, who still continues to be a member of Rotary Club of Oskaya. And he kind of had a vision that we would take people that had exposure to Rotary in previous lives before that and get them together in the city of Regina. One thing that we decided was that we wanted to focus on youth in the inner city, and so Oskaya actually means youth in Cree. For Sacred Heart, for instance, we've helped them with their literacy program. They actually have a nationally awarded literacy program there. The principal a couple of years ago went to Newfoundland to accept an award for their literacy program, so we help support that. Our club actually organizes what we call RILA, which is Rotary Youth Leadership Awards, and it takes the form of a summer camp in Clear Lake, Manitoba. So our club does all the legwork to put that together, and then a number of kids from the community participate in that. Probably 10 to 15 kids from Regina would have attended that. About 100 kids in total from mostly Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and Western Ontario. Some of the kids talk about how that's changed their lives and how they'll never be the same after that. And just you know, the friendships that they create and the opportunities we give them to experience other people and talk about leadership, and it's pretty amazing.
There are so many opportunities to enrich our community, and I thank you all for watching at home on Access 7 as well as live streaming, and to everyone who has joined us this evening in the Knox Metropolitan Church. It's so wonderful to come together as a community and celebrate the wonderful holiday season we're about to enjoy, and all of these amazing choirs who just do such an incredible job. We so appreciate that they take time to work hard and practice and come and share their gift with us today. So thank you to Deshay Elementary School, who we saw previously, our opening choir this evening. And next, it is my great pleasure to introduce the St. Kateri Choir. They are from St. Kateri Catholic Elementary School here in Regina. The school rehearses twice a week. They love to sing. They are a choir of 25 singers in grades 4 to 5. The first piece they will sing is Peace, Peace, followed by Hope Was Born This Night. The choir is accompanied by Ryan Hicks and conducted by Jennifer Shikowski. The staff and students of St. Kateri would like to thank the Rotary Club for their continued work helping in the community, and they wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. thank you so much to the St. Kateri Choir as well, to Ryan and to Jennifer for leading the way. You guys sound beautiful, you sing wonderfully, and I love your matching outfits. You are absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. It is now my pleasure to invite Regina Police Chief Evan Bray to the stage. As you know, this evening it's about giving as we get into the holiday season, and you know the saying, it's about giving, not receiving, and tonight really speaks to that need as we look for ways to be a part of our community and to support it. And there are a lot of charities out there, and we know that, and there are some that are near and dear to the hearts of the Rotary Clubs of Regina as well as Access 7 Communications. And so we really encourage, as you enjoy tonight's broadcast, and for those of you in the church this evening, to think about making a donation and giving back and supporting our community, because it makes such a difference in the support that we can give and turning our community into a place that we can all enjoy and give people that may not otherwise have the opportunities that they would like to be able to enjoy the same things that we all do. And so I will now turn it over to Regina Police Chief Evan Bray. Evan?
Thank you very much, Jill. Good evening, everyone. It's great to see you all here tonight. And for those of you that are tuned in at home, this morning we had a meeting at the police service. I talked about the fact that I was coming here. Members were quite interested to know why, and I said, well, I'm singing a solo tonight. If nothing else, hopefully got them to watch tonight. But I do appreciate being here celebrating 78 years of what is an institution here in an institution in our city. The Rotary Carol Festival is the highlight of, I think, the holiday season for many. And I can't help but think about how serendipitous today's events were. The fact that power was out, not only for most of our city, but for most of our province, caused a lot of us to really reflect on some of those real necessities in life that we take for granted each and every day. I was part of an emergency operations center today to ensure that we had water, to ensure that we had safety, to ensure that people could get food. Those are the basic things that I think we all take for granted. And here we are tonight talking about understanding that there are those in our community that don't have those securities, don't have those luxuries that we have and we take for granted. And we can make a difference. And I think that's what makes tonight, the Rotary Carol Festival and the kickoff to the holiday season, the way we do it here in Regina, so special. There are a lot of people, a lot of families who don't have the same luxuries that we all are afforded. They don't expect that they're going to have food on the table or water coming out of the tap each and every day, and we can make a difference. Those hampers that we are asking you to support, they cost about $125, and they are a way that we can help families in Regina. We're seeing some beautiful examples of family and children and singing and joy and hope and all of those things that we associate to the holiday season. What a great way to get your family involved. What a great way to build some generational resilience and make sure that this goes on for another 78 years. Finding ways that you can dig into your pocket to help those who are less fortunate in our city. Oftentimes I get to talk about some of the challenges in our city, and often they're rooted in social injustice or social challenges. Basic things like a house and food and running water. So I would urge you to join with our partners. They're inside of our program. We, of course, thank Access Communications and all of the great work that they do, not only bringing us into the homes of those that can't make it here tonight, but helping us out as well. Regina Rotary, which is always instrumental in putting this together, and of course our friends at the Salvation Army, who can take those gifts, take those donations that you're making tonight at the back through the envelopes, or if you're watching on TV, there's lots of great ways. The phone number is provided for you. We encourage you to give and give generously. Together, we can make a difference and make this a happy and hopeful holiday for all involved. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Looking forward to the rest of the performances. And again, thank you for giving generously. Thanks, Jill.
Santa Shuffle is a fun run and elf walk. So it's a 5K run for people to get out and get some exercise and some community, but also to raise funds to help all the work of the Salvation Army in Regina. The elf walk, of course, is a 1 kilometer walk. If 5K is just a little too much for you, or you have a younger runner, or perhaps like me, your younger runner has an older runner who can't make the 5K. The 1K option is a fantastic time to just be part of a community that's out making a difference for our community. The Santa Shuffle happens right across this country. It's a partnership between the Salvation Army and the Running Room, and everyone who registers to run has an opportunity to collect pledges, and all those pledges contribute to the work of the Salvation Army. What an exciting testimony to the sense of community that exists in Regina.
There are so many marvelous ways to be involved in our community, and our thanks to Regina Police Chief Evan Bray for being here this evening and making that appeal for your support as we enjoy the 78th Annual Regina Rotary Carol Festival. Chief Bray is one of our greatest champions in this city for doing good and being a part of the community, so a big thanks to him for being here this evening, along with all of our wonderful choirs from so many amazing schools here in Regina. And it is my pleasure now to introduce the choir from Jack Mackenzie Elementary School. The conductor is Alicia Reshny, assistant conductor Amanda Grand, and accompanist Mark Thomas. Take it away, guys.
Thank not very many jobs that you are excited to go to work every day, and I love every day here. I really do. There's so many different activities at RCS. For the size of school it is, there's athletics, academics, there's music, all sorts of opportunities, and the students here are encouraged to participate and have done quite well.
I know that Christian schools are sometimes seen as a bubble. I see them more as a greenhouse where we're teaching and allowing the kids to grow their roots really deep into the Word of God and into a worldview that is Christ-centered. And then as they go out and they're transplanted, their roots are so deep that they're able to thrive and flourish, having that grounding and that base.
I see RCS as a unique place in that there's so many different denominations that are involved, students from a bunch of different churches, and it really brings the church together for God's glory.
I see the kids ministering to each other every day.
Me and a couple of my friends, we started a Bible study here before school. We talk, share Bible verses, pray. It's really impacted my faith and shown me that there are other girls who can be there for me. RCS is a very welcoming place where you can be yourself.
We're beyond teacher, student, we're actually brothers and sisters in Christ. And what does that look like as we walk through this life together? My end game, yes, is to teach them English, but my greater goal overall is that they walk out of here as young men and women who love Jesus and love others, because that's actually what's the most important thing.
So many great opportunities for our young people to be involved, and I just think it's wonderful to see so many get involved with their school choirs. It's such a great way to build community and companionship and learn some wonderful skills in singing. So congratulations to all of you who put the time and effort into your singing and share your gift with us tonight, because we sure enjoy having you here today. And our next choir is the Regina Christian School Elementary Choir. This choir has been in operation for 11 years under the direction of Juan Marie Watkis and is accompanied by Julie Sims. The choir's goal is to bring hope and joy through the gift of song. There are 48 students in this choir. They range in grades 2 to 8, and they love to participate in the weekly rehearsals. The choirs perform not only here with us at the Rotary Carol Festival, but as well with the Regina Music Festival, Like the Lights, Regina Optimist Core Fest, Moose Jaw Band and Choral Festivals as well, Citywide Praise. They go to care homes, and of course they perform for their own school as well. So we are very happy to have them here today. They're going to sing Joy to the World and On the Road to Bethlehem under the conduction of Ms. Juan Marie Watkis and Mrs. Julie Sims.
Shepherds bring and angels sing their joyous
Outstanding. That was beautiful. Thank you so much to the Regina Christian School for being here this evening and sharing those songs with us. I know they've been working hard, and all of your hard work paid off. That sounded amazing. We'll give them a chance to make their way off the stage, and we'll get the next choir seated, and we'll continue on. I did want to thank our audience right here in the Knox Metropolitan Church here in Regina for being courteous and waiting till we have those moments between choirs before they move in and out of the church. We appreciate you being conscientious about that and respectful of the choirs as they perform, and it's just so nice and helps them sing better when they have our full attention. The Rotary Clubs of Regina certainly thank all of the choirs and all of you for watching at home and everyone for being here today. If you happen to be involved in a choir and you're thinking, hey, how do I get involved with this Rotary Carol Festival? Well, that is certainly possible, and we'd love to hear from you. All you have to do is call the Charity line at 306-347-3320, that number that you see up on the television screen. Also a number you can make a donation. So it has a couple of functions, but if you are thinking that you'd like an opportunity to participate in the Carol Festival, please give us a call. We welcome choirs of all ages, all skill levels. The festival's not a competition. It's just everybody getting together and getting in the spirit of Christmas and sharing this wonderful gift of song and so many of our favorite songs as we head into the holiday season in the spirit of giving. And one of the big thanks that goes out tonight is certainly to Access Communications for their kind donation of airtime and their expertise in getting us on the air tonight so that those of you who can't be with us here in the church are able to enjoy at home. This is broadcast live on Channel 7. It will be repeated throughout the Christmas season as well. So if you want to tune it in some night when you have the family gathered around, what a wonderful opportunity to listen once again to some of these great school choirs. Up next, we have the Curtis Horn Christian School Choir. They're going to sing A Baby in a Manger, Gloria, and Christmas Songs of Joy. The conductor is Rebecca Landry and accompanist Jed Boyott.
Singing, oh, let me sing, a baby in a manger.
so much to the Curtis Horn Christian School Choir. That was fantastic. What a marvelous range of voices. It's so wonderful to see the little ones as well. They know it all so perfectly. I'm so impressed. So thank you to them, and we'll give them a chance to make their way off the stage before we welcome our next singing group. In the meantime, I'd like to remind you that your donations, whether it be here in the church or by telephone, online, or perhaps you mail them in, they all go to charities that do support less fortunate families right here in Regina, particularly at Christmas, which can be a difficult time for families despite all of the celebration. Rotary and our supporters pay the costs that are incurred to produce this festival, so the majority of your donations do go directly to those who are in need, and this year the funds will go back into the community via the Rotary Clubs of Regina Community Fund, Access Communications Children's Fund, as well as the Salvation Army. As you can see, for those of you at home on your TV monitor, the phone number is right there if you'd like to make a donation. If you're in the church this evening, you can use the donation envelopes that are available from the ushers during one of the collections or in the donation boxes as well. You can also pick up that charity line. That's 306-347-3320, as I mentioned. And if you're online, go to reginarotary.org and just click that Donate Now button. It's that easy. And of course, you can mail in donations as well. Any little bit you can offer is most welcome, and it does help to build a better community for all of us in Regina. And a big thank you to all the Rotarians who put in so much work. As you can imagine, having 4 nights of the Regina Rotary Carol Festival takes a tremendous amount of work to coordinate through Access 7, as well as getting all of the choirs lined up and ready to go. So a big thank you to the hundreds of hours. I'm told it's about 1,000 volunteer hours that happen before we're ready to pull this off over these several nights. So thanks to everyone who pitches in. It is wonderful to be here and enjoy the music this evening. Our next singing group is the Regina Christian School Select, and the songs they'll be singing: Carol of the Bells, We Wish You a Merry Christmas, Silent Night. The conductor is Sharon Rilling, and the accompanist is Ingrid Kerr. As well this evening, we're very pleased to have Ann Lee with a flute solo. to Regina Christian School Select for sharing those wonderful songs with us this evening, and as well to Ann Lee on the violin. I had a note it was the flute, but a wonderful violin solo from Ann this evening, as well as conductor Sharon Rilling and accompanist Ingrid Kerr. A big thank you to all of you who are coming through with donations this evening as we mark this 78th anniversary of the Regina Rotary Carol Festival. David Stewart donated $200. Thank you so much, David. You are making a difference in the lives of the less fortunate right here in our own community, as well as Kay Doxilli, who donated $40. Just a couple of people who are coming through this evening with support and help that we need, and part of why we're here this evening, to not only enjoy the music and celebrate the holiday season, but also to make sure that we're pitching in to help the less fortunate as we get into the holiday season. We have several more wonderful groups that are going to join us this evening to sing, so don't go anywhere. And in the meantime, if you would like to make a donation, pick up the phone. It's as easy as that, or you can also go online through the Rotary Club website. The phone number is 306-347-3320. So there's lots of ways for you to make a donation if you're able to. We would love to have that, and as they say, even a small amount helps because it all adds up. It doesn't have to be a lot of money. It's amazing to think that this is the 78th year and that we've been here at the Regina Knox Metropolitan Church. So a big thank you to the church who has hosted this event for 78 years. The festival began 78 years ago, of course, back in 1941, and it was the Reverend Len Outerbridge, who was a Rotarian at the time and the minister of this church. And he got this all started, and here we are 78 years later, continuing on with an absolutely wonderful tradition here in Regina. And a big thank you to all of you who made it out this evening to join us right here in the sanctuary of the Knox Metropolitan Church. And if you happen to go by that donation box on the way out and you have some change in your pocket, that's a good spot to drop it off. And I know it's been an interesting day with the power outages and all of that, so thank you for making your way downtown Regina despite the disruption that we had earlier today. And a big thank you to our sponsors, Access Communications, as well as Pro AV. We couldn't do it without the support of so many people in our community. The Regina Rotary Community Fund has established a reputation for making a positive impact on a wealth of community needs. Most of the funds raised by Regina's 5 Rotary clubs are invested right back into the local community, which is such a wonderful thing. Rotarians put their motto, service above self, into action with the support of so many community service projects, with an emphasis on addressing issues such as poverty, literacy, homelessness, and at-risk youth. So you know that the money that you donate as you enjoy the Rotary Carol Festival will be going to some wonderful places. The church was decorated inside by members of Knox Metropolitan United Church, and Rotary thanks all the decorators for their help. They always do a marvelous job. Christmas decorating, some people love it, some people not as much, but all of the good work in here clearly done with lots of love and excitement for this time of year. And we're now going to be joined by Mark Steffen, who is going to share with us a little bit about why we're here, aside from enjoying all this wonderful Christmas music. Mark? Let's go to the choir then, and we'll get Mark lined up for in just a couple of minutes. Oh, Mark's coming up from the back of the church. He's fast. He's super fast. Big smile on his face. I know he's so glad to be here. He's one of the Rotarians who works hard to bring us the Regina Rotary Carol Festival, and it's nice to have him on stage to share a little bit more about the work that they do and why this Carol Festival is so important to all of us here in Regina. Mark, over to you.
Thank you. Sorry. Thank you so much, Jill. It is an extreme pleasure to be here this evening, ladies and gentlemen. I've had the honor and privilege of being a Rotarian for the past 10 years. And many opportunities have been afforded to us as Rotarians, opportunities to serve in our community. And what it has done is invoked 2 real emotions for me over my experience. One is a deeper sense of compassion for those in our community, those in our local community, in our national community, and those in our global community. And there are always opportunities to serve at all levels. We're focused at this time of the year, of course, close to home. The other emotion is one of gratitude for certainly the many things that we enjoy here. And there are always people in our community that have greater needs than us, and there are always people that we know that have what we believe is more than enough. And once again, there are always opportunities for that. And I just want to make a special thank you to the generosity of the people here and that are here every year at the Rotary Carol Festival and continue to give generously to those in need. I heard on the news this evening that the country of Yemen has had such a challenging time right now that 25% of their population is going to require humanitarian aid. Now, we are certainly not at that state in our beautiful city of Regina, and we have much to be thankful for. I was also reading with the power out today. As Joe mentioned, everyone had different experiences. I was actually at the office all day today. No power, no phones, no computers, no distractions. And I had a wonderful day, communicated with a few clients by email, but of reading and of filing things that I hadn't read. But what it does is you save those things. And when I read the article, it was actually an article from Thanksgiving. And the gentleman made one comment. He said, "How much would you trade for your sight?" And then he said, "How much would you trade for your hearing?" And for everyone here this evening and those watching on television, we've had an amazing privilege. And not everyone has their sight, and not everyone has their hearing. But for those of us that do, we enjoy this beautiful gift of music that has been shared with us. We have people in need in our community. We always do. There are people with physical needs, with emotional needs, and certainly with financial needs. And once again, we've just here to ask that you continue to think about all the things that we have to be thankful for, and that we would be able to just share some of that with those in need, and often not by the choice of their own. So once again, I implore you to continue to give generously as you always have. And for those of you at home, the charity line 347-3320 or reginarotary.org and donate. Once again, thank you for being here. Thank you for investing your time, and have a wonderful rest of your evening.
So well said, Mark, and I appreciate your words and encouragement for people to donate and make a difference. I know we'll, in the congregation here, have an opportunity to pass around some plates and give people a chance to make that donation. And if you are at home and you'd like to make a donation by telephone, online, or through the mail, it is all most welcome, and as Mark said, will be put to good use. And he mentioned gratitude, and I think that is such a key point of being thankful for all that we have and willing to share with others. And so much of what the Rotary Clubs of Regina does is obviously centered around service. It's why they're here, and we can support them and do our little part by making a donation if we're able to support the Regina Rotary Clubs and the good work that they do. Let's get back to our singing now. I'm very pleased to welcome the Cantante Senior Choir. They are with the conductor Deborah Nelson and accompanist Marlene Hins.
Up in Bethlehem. Regina South is a club that's been in operation since 1986, so we're 30 years old in terms of our operation. One particular program is a program called City Kids. City Kids is an organization that provide meal programs and a program for inner city kids. I think they're up to 144 kids that on a Saturday they load onto a couple of school buses and take out to different places for programming. We've also supported Mother Teresa Middle School. It's a school that's targets inner city kids again, and we provided funding for their library, help them buy books to build their library. People think of Rotary often as an international organization and talk about the work that we've done in terms of eradication of polio around the world, but largely all of the clubs spend their money in Regina. The most significant expenditures that are made or the fundraising that's done and the utilization of those funds is done, right in Regina.
This wonderful evening continues the 78th Annual Regina Rotary Carol Festival. Thank you to everyone who's joining us at home, watching on Access 7, as well as those of you who have made your way down here to the Regina Knox Metropolitan United Church. For all of its 78 years, this Carol Festival has been held here, right here at this very church. It's beautiful to be here and to think of the history that's involved, and so we thank the church for allowing us to once again share the gift of music. And we're very excited to be joined on stage by another fantastic singing group, the Prairie Gold Chorus. And this group is an award-winning group, so we are in for a real treat. They are certainly motivated and talented women, and they bring their pursuit of excellence to this hobby of singing. The chorus members come from all walks of life. They say they are really bonded through friendship and the personal commitment to their chorus as well as each other and trying to be the best that they can be. There's so many wonderful messages as they share their gift of music. They sing 4-part a cappella harmony under the talented directorship of Denise Lindenbach and share their gift of music with the community through public performances like this one, as well as conventions and social functions, sporting events. They also go to hospitals and nursing homes as well. As part of the cultural fabric of Regina, they say they focus on excellence in vocal production while making a meaningful contribution to the music community. They say they love to sing and entertain, so I can't wait to hear them this evening. They're singing Huron Carol and Merry Rock.
Before their light the stars grew dim and white. I'm the chairman of the board of the Access Communications Children's Fund. I host TV Bingo once a month. We've raised probably $1.5 million for children's charities in the province of Saskatchewan. And so the bingo is carried on our community channel 7 every Saturday afternoon at 5 o'clock. It's been a godsend for the Children's Fund because it's being able to give the Children's Fund an opportunity for a good source of funding year-round. The Regina Rotary Club has supported our Access Communications Children's Fund for the past 37 years. And so I want to thank Rotarians for that. I want to congratulate the Regina Rotary Club for the good work that you do around the world and the good work that you do in our community.
They do tremendous work in our community, and I know they're donating their talents and time this evening so that we can bring this broadcast to all of you at home and share the spirit of the holiday season and the magic of Christmas with more than just the group who's able to make it down to the Knox Metropolitan Church here in downtown Regina. To our next singing group now, the Regina Christian School Concert Choir. This choir includes a wonderful mix of students. There's 18 of them. They're in grades 9 to 10, and this choir, it is a credit class, and they willingly give up several lunch hours every week to come to choir and practice and work on their singing. Concert choir sings at various places. They go to seniors' residences, care homes, hospitals, and different functions within their own school as well. This choir, along with the RCS Select Choir that we heard from earlier this evening, will be going on a 4-day tour to Edmonton at the end of January, so we wish them all the best on their travels as they share their gift of song with many more people along the way. Tonight, we are pleased to hear from them the songs This Peaceful Night and It Came to Pass. Conductor is Ingrid Kerr. The Regina Christian School Concert Choir. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you all so much for being here tonight and sharing the talent that you all have, and I know it's a lot of hard work as well to come together and practice, and it certainly pays off, as we just saw this evening. A big thank you as well to Regina Christian School, who is our broadcast sponsor here this evening. So again, it's all of that support that this community continues to bring year after year that we have tremendous gratitude for. So thank you to the Regina Christian School for not only being a sponsor of our TV broadcast, but also for sharing their musical talents. We are nearing the end of the program. We have a final group with us this evening that we'll get started with shortly. They're just getting settled into the stage area. And in the meantime, I want to remind you that the donations that you give, whether it be here in the church or by phone or online, all go to charities that do support less fortunate families here in Regina. So thank you for your generosity this evening and throughout the week. I know the Regina Rotary Carol Festival will be on again tomorrow night and Thursday as well. So you can continue to enjoy the joy of music and Christmas music. I know the Christmas shopping is underway and we all get busy, and there's so many asks at this time of year. So we do appreciate your donations. Our next and final group this evening is the Regina Folkslieder Chor Harmony, and I appreciate the phonetic spelling they offered for me on that one. They have been singing in four-part harmony and entertaining audiences with songs and music from the centuries in celebration of the German culture for more than 60 years. They're singers, they are young and maybe a few years past young. They learn songs, they enjoy some laughs, great food, and learn a little about their heritage as well. They perform at 2 major concerts at the German Club each year. One of them was just this past weekend. In this first weekend of December, they always do it, and then the first Sunday in May as well. So if you can catch that at the German Club, I'm sure you'd be in for a real treat. In the meantime, we're glad to share this night with them as well. They do perform at a number of venues throughout the year, such as senior residences at Mosaic, Oktoberfest, and throughout the Christmas season as well, and we're so glad to have them here at the Rotary Carol Festival. They are going to sing 2 songs for us tonight. They wrote them out in German, but they kindly also wrote them out in English. So I wish I could speak German. That would be so much cooler. Unfortunately, I will just tell you that they are going to sing Lo, How a Rose is Blooming and Hark the Herald Angels Sing. They have conductor Blair Mills and accompanist Bernadette Kutarna.
Thank you.
Thank you so much to the Folks Leader Corps Harmony for sharing those two beautiful songs with us. You're a wonderful group. It sounded amazing. I would love to catch it sometime at Mosaic or some other events as well. As is tradition, as we close out the evening here at the Rotary Carol Festival, we love to sing Silent Night. If you've ever been here before, you know this is part of the tradition. So I invite you to take out the hymn book and join along in the song. Turn to page 67. That's where you'll find Silent Night. And what we're going to do is we will sing the first two verses, and then we'll hum the third and say good night under the direction of Blair. And so when you guys are ready, you can take it away. Sing the first two verses along with the choir. You'll have their wonderful vocal support. And then the third verse you can hum, and we will say good night and bid you adieu for this evening. Blair? Thank you so much to everyone who took time out of their day to be with us this evening and celebrate the season, the Christmas season, the season of giving, and what being a member of the Regina Rotary Clubs is all about, serving others, helping others, and making our community a better place for all of us. Thank you to all of our guests who came here this evening and shared their time as well, and the choirs who shared their gift of music and their talent. It makes the season so much more special when we can come together as a community and share with one another the true spirit of the season, community and giving. I wish you all the best in the season ahead and in the new year as well. On behalf of everyone of the Regina Rotary Clubs of Regina, thank you so much and have a wonderful evening. God bless.